All right. According to this, we should be live, I think. Although it's not connected on YouTube just yet. Oh, there we go. For some reason, it just doesn't refresh and tell me. Okay. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to just a kind of the end of the year type of Q&A, AMA. Don't really have anything planned. Just figured I would jump on, see if anybody jumps in and wants to chat a little bit. So I am going to be doing my end of the year video soon. Probably either today or tomorrow. So it should be up. Microphone, make sure this is right. Okay. So it should be up within the next little bit. But yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. Like I said, just wanted to see if anybody was around. And yeah, so it might take a minute for some people to trickle in. Let me check some stuff. Cool. But anyway. Stop. Oh my God, stop. I hate the way that this computer is. So anyway, end of the year, like I said, I'll probably also do like a closing like video about kind of my experience through this year, what I've gathered, maybe some areas that I could improve on a little bit. Just some different things like that. Okay. I definitely know that that's my information. But anyway, yeah. So I'll probably end up making like a year in review type of thing. Like I said, mentioning things that I could get a little bit better with, or anything of that nature. So. But right now, the holidays are over. Everything is kind of moving in a pattern to get back to normal, which is really good because it's been just kind of a crazy last few weeks and such. And yeah, so okay, let's close. Why will this not let me sign in? What is my password? So anyway, what's everybody been up to? How was everybody's last few weeks, last little bit of time? Everybody's holiday, Christmas, whatever it is that you celebrate. How was that? All right, let's stop before I lock that out. And if nobody's got anything, I'll probably just start doing some Duolingo here in just a minute, just for the sake of doing something. I was trying to log into something else, but I cannot get it up and going for some reason. Let me get that set up right now. Window capture. Properties. Winter break from college has never felt better, so I'm savoring it. Nice. Were you doing... Where were you at? Were they doing like in-person classes, or were they doing like remote stuff, or what? Boom. Okay, that's up. Cool. What is up, Spooky Tree? Welcome, welcome. Let me see what this looks like on here. Cool. Yeah, that's good. I'm not saying I'm going to do Duolingo, but I got it up just in case. I might run through a lesson or two, just while I'm casually watching some stuff. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So I am going to all online, and I don't know why, but it's just more overwhelming for me. Yeah, well, I mean, like, there's like, to me, it's like online is cool, but like I feel like there's more pressure on you. Like it's harder to motivate yourself. It's kind of like it's like fitness. Like it's always been hard for me to motivate myself to do something at home, but if I go somewhere, like it's fine. I don't know, like, and it's kind of the same thing. Like my wife is actually a teacher, and she was talking about when they do remote stuff, like she still has to go in, and there's teachers that complain about it, but she was like, I just feel like I'm more motivated, and like I don't know, it's just easier to kind of go throughout the process, even though I'm teaching online, but doing it at school versus at home or something. So I get what you're saying. Also happy to spend more time with languages now. Yeah, oh yeah, that's always a win. Anytime that you can spend more time with languages is always a plus, in my opinion. So, all right, we're going to. I guess while we're just hanging out, man, and chat's not really doing a whole lot, I'm gonna pull this to the side and I'll start just going through just a little bit of reading on some. Why is that window? It's like slightly off. There we go. Let me move this up here. Shrink it just a touch. Boom. That actually works out pretty good. I guess depending on who you're talking to. All right. So I'm 2 lessons away from finishing classrooms on this. And also, does it even show in here? Does it have the, I don't know if it has the leaderboards or stuff. Not on here, but I've been doing just a little bit of Duolingo, which I did just a little bit yesterday. But honestly, I've found that if for nothing else, just getting some practice reading kanji, like I find that this has helped a lot, honestly. Been watching Netflix shows in my target language. What is your target language? Just out of curiosity. That's cool. That's I've been watching some YouTube videos, and I have a bunch of TV shows that people recommended to me last week for Japanese. So I'm gonna start now that again things have settled down. I'm gonna start kind of trying to burn through some of that stuff. Let's see. I bought my first books in Spanish, a Dr. Seuss book and an intermediate short stories book with English translations on every other page. Nice. That sounds cool. Italian? Oh, okay. Have you seen Ollie Richards' short stories in Spanish? I actually have a copy. I don't have it readily available. It's in my bedroom over there, but it's pretty. His short story series is pretty fun. As a matter of fact, if you go on Link, let me see. Why is Chinese on there? It's been a long time since I've logged into Link, apparently. Spanish. There is. Where's the search button? Oh, search. Ollie Richards. Yeah, actually, they've got some of his short stories on here. Yeah, so here you go. Boom. This is on Link. If you have an account on Link, you can read. I don't know who imported these. I don't know if Ollie did it or if Steve and Ollie made a deal or if someone uploaded these without permission. But, yeah, his short stories are on here. So, capítulo. All right, so there we go. Boom. I already learned another Spanish word.
Daniel.
We're not going to remember. I'm not going to go through this entire lesson. I'm just showing you here. Daniel. Ven que.
Ben.
Okay.
Aquí.
Oh, aquí. Ven aquí. Come here. Me dice Julia desde la puerta de la casa. Boom. Julia says to me from the door of the house. Anyway, just something to look into for Spanish. Italian. How long have you been learning Italian, Sarah? How do you watch shows? Like, do you take notes? Or if you're asking me, I don't really do. I kind of just watch it, honestly. It's something I just had a conversation with Matt about last week about getting better with getting better with like sentence mining and stuff, because I am going to start doing that a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean starting. But as of right now, I don't really do too much. I just watch it. Sometimes I'll like look at a word and I'll look it up in the dictionary or something like that. But oh my god, I'll Google it. Yeah, check it out for sure. Awesome. What's up, Caleb Clardy? Welcome. Bought a skateboard for lockdown and just sentence mined on a how to ollie video. Instructional vids are pretty good when they're subtitled. Yeah, man, check out. I don't know if you'd want to pay for it or not, but you can get it for pretty cheap sometimes. Braille Skateboarding has a basically skateboarding 101 video, and it teaches you all that basic stuff. Because a lot of people, when they go in, think, oh man, let's just start off with like a kickflip or something. And a kickflip is incredibly hard. And I think even though it's done so commonly, I think that gives people the false sense of security that it's pretty easy to do. But check out Braille Skateboarding's, you can just go to they have a YouTube channel, Braille Skateboard. I'm sure if you skateboard, you probably know. But check their stuff out, because they have the kind of the how-to skate video. Also, check out, I did this for a little while. There's a YouTuber named John Hill who has a Patreon, and it's like $1 or $2 a month. I don't want to say what the pricing is, because that might be wrong. But he has stuff on YouTube, but on his Patreon, he actually has a how-to skate series teaching you, like, he has like a top 10 easy tricks that if you've never even been on a skateboard, you can do, and stuff like that. So definitely check out some of those. Also some other cool channels if you're wanting to check out some super awesome skateboarders. Check out, I can't ever remember how, Johnny Geiger. There we go. Yeah, Johnny Geiger right here does some really cool stuff. He does like a lot of he's done some like Tony Hawk tricks in real life. Like he's pretty cool. And then man, what is that other guy's name? I can't remember. That's a guy I'm literally subscribed to him, but I can't remember his name. What is his name? If I can remember it all. But anyway, yeah, there's several really good skateboarding channels. John Hill for sure. John Hill, and he does a bunch of cool skateboarding stuff, but he also has a company called Progress Daily. Yeah, which features like different skaters and stuff like that. So go check them out as well. Let's see. Bought a skateboard, got that. Oh my god, cool. Any interviews coming out soon? I know you were. Yeah. So now that Christmas and stuff is over, I'm going to be getting some stuff done with a couple. I have several people lined up. As I mentioned before, I have Brian from Icelandic for Foreigners. I'm going to do one with Abigail from Polygot Progress. I actually had a Skype call with Shalma, and we were going to do one, but we ended up just talking, and I never went live. But Shalma is going to do one. I've got several other people that I have messages out to and that are down. It's just kind of getting the timing. But yeah, there's definitely interviews are going to be. I'm probably not going to be doing 5 or 6 a week like I was doing, but I definitely am going to be having some. And then I'm also going to try to get some repeat guests on there, just kind of follow-ups. I would love to talk to Luke again, Luke Truman, and I would love to talk to just a couple of other people again. Maybe I'd like to get Chad Zimmerman on again. Also, I would love on Twitter, the one of the guys that runs Talk to Me in Korean followed me. So I might chat with them as well, or at least send a message and see if they would like to chat. So definitely got some stuff coming down, some bigger guests, better, and I don't know. I think it's going to be really, really cool. So hopefully that will happen. I'm hoping to start that up next week, not like this coming week, but after the 1st, basically. But who knows? It might be this week. I really don't know. Okay. What's up, everybody? What's up, Robert Paul? Been learning Italian for a year. Okay, cool. Italian seems really fun, and it's something I would like to study eventually. And I've always thought Italian is kind of like, well, I mean, I guess Romanian and maybe another would be, but I've always felt like Italian is like the forgotten like romance language. Everybody's like Spanish and French, that's it. But Italian seems really cool. I've seen Braille, but the owners being big Scientologists has put me off of them right now. I'm just gonna stick with Japanese skaters. I don't know anything about the owners. Yeah, I'm not worried about tricks, right? Just getting comfortable and cruising around. Yeah, check out those for sure. If Geiger is who I think he is, he's insanely good. Johnny Geiger rules. He's incredibly good. I think I watched his Casper slide video. Yes, that he did a Casper slide video, so that's probably the same person you're thinking of. When I watch Netflix on my TV, I have my iPad in my lap, and I type out notes of new phrases that I learn and review and use them later. That's a pretty good idea. Do you use any kind of flashcard system, or do you kind of just have your notes? Abigail from Polyglot Progress, yes, yeah. So those should all be super cool. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get some repeat guests on, because I mean, by the time I talk to them, it'll be almost a year. So, all right, what are we doing? What is this? Jisho.
お名前を教えてください。辞書を引いてください。
辞書を引いてください。Please. 引いて. That means so many different things. It can be like, I'm assuming from context here, it's probably consult.
引いて
Yeah, use. That's what I was. Jisho, please. Consult a dictionary. That's a very weird phrase.
辞書を引きます。
辞書を引きます. I consult a dictionary. That's a weird way to say that. 辞書. Oh, match the pairs. Sorry, my brain.
辞書漢字引き覚え
テストでは辞書を引いてはいけません。
Okay. You are not allowed to use a dictionary during the test. Match the pairs.
引き辞書
No flashcards. Maybe I should start doing that. I just review my notes often and try to use new phrases in conversation. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Like, I think that's one of the big things. Like, if it's currently working for you, absolutely do it. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, there's people like I like flashcards because I have a very bad tendency to like not review stuff, and flashcards kind of make me do that. And so
難しい宿題
it helps me in that regard.
辞書を引きます。
But if your system's working for you, I think absolutely do that. Like, don't add something else in there that might be a little bit of a hassle. I'm new to language learning, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, if you said I've been learning Italian for a year. I mean, if you're new to language learning and you've been learning the same language for a year, you've made it further than a lot of people. So, have you ever tested your level? Can you have basic conversations with people, or are you still just kind of just trying to enjoy the journey?
辞書を引きます。辞書を引きます。
Oh no, I thought I was gonna get one. Oh yeah, it did. Hey, another crown. What's next? Kombini. Nice. Let's read the... Oh, there's no notes on Kombini. Come on now. Alright, what is class 2? He said, she said. When you are quoting what someone said or telling someone what something is called, use the particle to. You can think of to kind of like quotation marks in English with the phrase coming before. Before to being the phrase that would be in quotes. Since there's no opening quotation marks like there would be in English, though, you sometimes have to figure out from context which words are being quoted. 彼はいい家といました。 He said no. Kare wa ii ie to imashita. Imashita. Okay. What is imashita? Right. I'm not drunk, right? Yeah. You. Be careful because using the wrong particle can sometimes greatly change the meaning. Please call me John. Please call John. John, oh, yonde kudasai. John to yonde kudasai. Yeah, that makes sense. Counting long things. Hon is another Japanese counter word, and it is used to count long cylindrical things like pens and pencils. Be careful because the pronunciation of hon also changes depending on the number before it. Ippon, nihon, sanbon, yonhon, gohon, roppon, nanahon. I took a random test online and it said I was intermediate, but I don't trust the validity of the test. I can hold a very basic conversation like ordering food at a restaurant. I mean, it sounds like you're making progress, though. So, it's hard to hate on that. And it sounds like you're doing a pretty solid job. So, that's cool. Why the interest in Italian, just out of curiosity? I'm always interested as to what made people get into... like what made people get into the language that they're that
そ
they're
の漢
studying.
字はもう知っています。
もう知っています。I know that kanji. Mo is actually something I recently learned. Thanks. Yeah, no problem.
その言葉は知りません。
その言葉は知りません。What are your goals with Japanese? Is there a certain level you want to be and how quickly you want to get there? There is no goal in how quickly I want to be there because I feel like that's setting myself up for failure. Realistically, if I can just understand a pretty solid portion of what I'm listening to or watching, I'll be pretty satisfied. Like, that's the thing, like, different languages have different goals, like, because Japanese, I'm never going to be able to move to Japan. I mean, I have a wife and a kid. Like, unless I got paid, like, a ridiculous amount of money, there's no way I could move to Japan. So, like, I'm not really ever going to get to use it outside of, like, if I actively try to seek out friends on the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Outside of I actively seek out, like, trying to find friends on the internet, which I'm not saying I'm not going to do, but... You know, realistically, that would be my goal with Japanese is just to understand that. So, and then you take that on the counter side, like, and this just to show you an example of how, you know, different goals for different languages. Like, I want to learn Chinese at some point, and the reason for that has a lot less to do with watching media. It's more to speak to people around me. So I would have a different study habit for that than I do with Japanese. But there's not really a goal. Like, obviously, I don't want to take, like, 10 years to get there. But at the same time, if I get there, I get there. And I'm okay with that. I'm kind of, like, this year I kind of got a little bit ahead of myself wanting to get there. Because you see all these videos and, my 9-month update, and here I am. But, man, I don't care, dude. I just want to have fun with language learning. And when I get there, I get there. If people think I'm slow and they don't want to watch my progress, that's on them. If they do, then that's also cool. But... I kind of just want to... I'll expand more on this because I am going to make a 2021 like goals video very, very soon. Probably maybe even today or tomorrow. But yeah, I just want to have fun, honestly. So, but 2021, I will still, like, Japanese will still be a main focus for me. So if... I know that people, I kind of batter on the idea, did I want to do it? Did I not want to do it? What was I going to do? Am I going to switch languages and stuff like that? And I'm not switching. I mean, I'm staying with Japanese. That's not saying I won't introduce something as a side thing for something with a different goal in mind for different various reasons. But yeah, Japanese is still the focus, and just getting to where I can watch Japanese content is what I want to do. I love Italian history and art. Okay, fair enough. And visited Italy in college and fell in love with the culture. And that can be a huge help. Like being able to visit. I wish that. I mean, I've still never left the United States, so I do not know that word. Oh, I forgot to put the word no in there. This is where Duolingo's a hassle because I knew what it was. I just missed the word, but I mean to them I missed the word.
キツネは何を言いますか?
Kitsune wa nani o iimasu ka? What does the fox say? Way to be on top of pop culture there, Duolingo.
この言葉の意味を言ってください。
This word's meaning, itte kudasai, please. Say the meaning of this word.
彼はいいえと言いました。
He said, no.
マリオと呼んでください。
Mario と呼ん
でください。
Match the pairs.
次。学生。知り。
What do we got?
財布。部屋。
New to your channel, does your wife learn languages with you? No, she took French in high school, and she always tells me she can remember one phrase, which is like "I am a pineapple" or something like that. Because she'll say like "je suis ananas" or whatever the French is, but she doesn't. She'll like. She enjoys that I enjoy language learning, like. She thinks it's pretty. Which way am I going here? There we go. She thinks it's pretty cool, and she's very, very supportive of me. And with how much time I spend on my channel and languages, she's really, really supportive. But languages aren't something that she's overly interested in. When I studied Esperanto, I finally got her to do. She did about half of, maybe a little less than half of the Esperanto tree, but it's just not something she's really into. But she will watch TV shows specifically with like different languages in it because she knows that would interest me more. Like she'll be like, "Oh, I'm watching this show and there's a Spanish-speaking couple in there. You should watch it," or something like that. So she's really, really supportive. But nah, languages aren't really her forte.
彼女ははいと言いました。
She said yes. That's hilarious.
その言葉の意味を知っていますか?
And like I said, it's a pretty cool thing because it's something that she doesn't necessarily have an interest in, but she's very supportive of. And I know that a lot of people struggle with that in relationships is having like someone like be supportive. Like gaming, for example. Like I know a lot of people who are like, "Oh man, they won't let me play" or whatever, and which I mean, I guess I don't know if that's support as much as just they don't want you to put your time into it. But I put so much time into languages, so I mean, it is kind of the same thing. But do you know the meaning of that word?
あの人の名前は知りません。
I don't know that person's name.
これは日本語で何と言いますか?
これは日本語で何と言いますか? How do you say this in Japanese?
マリオと呼んでください。
Okay. Please call me Mario.
彼女は何と言っていましたか?
何と言っていましたか? What was she saying? That's great to have a
あなたの名前を言ってください。
Yeah, it's definitely like super helpful because I mean, if not, it would be miserable, especially as much time as I spend on languages. Like, so if I didn't have the help from her, like it'd be because there's days where I'm just like, hey, I haven't got as much study. I haven't got as much study as I need today. So after we put our son to bed, I'm gonna watch some stuff in Japanese, and she's always like, "Oh, okay, cool," or whatever. So it's definitely very, very helpful.
あなたの名前を言ってください。
あな たの名前を言ってください. Please, say your name.
あの女の人の名前を知っていますか？
あの人の名前を知っていますか? Do you know that woman's name? Do you and your wife plan to travel in the future post-COVID? Post. Yeah, so that is one
田
thing.
中と呼んでください。
My wife is really she is into like travel and stuff. God, there's travel. It's not in this sentence, but she is into travel and she wants to do that. So that's going to be cool. Like we wanted to go do a couple of different things, but it's just COVID kind of did not allow that to happen. So whatever. But yeah, it's we do want to travel. She really wants to go to Italy. Strange is funny enough, but she wants to go there, but she also would like to go to like Mexico, and then I mean just several different places in Europe and stuff. And of course to me, I'm like, all right, let's go to. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to China. I would love to visit Russia. I would love to visit Vietnam and Korea. Like I want to go all the way over there. So, but yeah, it's something that we plan on doing. Obviously, pending finances would be one of the bigger issues there, just with how much it costs to travel. So, but yeah. Greetings. What is up, Aka? Welcome.
その漢字はもう知っています。
Here we go. I already know that kanji.
その言葉は知りません。
I do not know that word. Yay. How much of... Man, they've added a ton to this tree. This used to be... Like, I remember when they first launched it, it was like... Maybe like here. Like, there was so little in this tree. It's cool that they keep expanding it. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty rad that she at least wants to do that. Because I mean, there are people who don't like to travel and have no interest in it. I mean, honestly though, I want to leave the U.S. like just to say that I've left the U.S. like just to visit another country. Like at this point, I would even take Canada. Like even though it's like. I mean, it's on the same land, which I guess Mexico is technically on the same landmass as well, but like, I don't know. I just want to say that I've left the country, just like I've traveled to a different country. Then when people are like, oh, cool, where? And I was like, Canada, it might be a little bit of a letdown because it's like, well, isn't that, all right, whatever. But I mean, still, like, I really want to travel. So there's so many places I want to go though. Like there's no way in my lifetime I would be able to go everywhere that I want to go because I mean, it would just cost so much money. So unless I could just take a year and just hop flights, like spend a week or two here, a week or two there. But like, man, because it would be so much cheaper to go to like Japan and then to China and then to Russia and then to like, and just kind of work my way around versus from here to Japan, back to the US, and then from here to China and then back to the US. Like, I don't know. How helpful? What is helpful? How P.
教室
Classroom.
教室
Okay.
教室友達に教科書を見せました。
見せました。I showed my friend the textbook. Text message. What? How helpful? How helpful do? I mean, it's not. I don't use it a lot. I I do it here on stream just so there's something else going on and it's not just people looking at my face. That way, if there's not questions coming in, there's at least something going on. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. Like, I don't know how much Duolingo has taught me, but one thing it has helped is practicing seeing, okay, tomodachi.
Tomodachi.
So, like, being able to see that, and then kyokasho.
教科書
And then misemashita.
見せました
Just seeing these words, it's helped me. I don't care what anybody says. People can knock it all they want. I mean, I've knocked Duolingo in the past. But honestly, if for nothing else, the repetition of forcing myself to read in these small sentences has been really helpful.
今日の宿題を見せてください
Please show me. Oh wait, kyo today. Please show me.
今日の宿題を見せてください
Please show me. Today's homework. There we go. Sometimes this is where it gets a little confusing because sometimes they do that where they have the word and then they'll have that. So that can be a little confusing, but yeah. Like I was trying to, I in my head I knew what I was trying to say, but just the way that seeing how they want it to word it is a little bit weird, but makes sense to group your travels. Yeah, I feel like that would be super helpful. What language are you going to put as much time in as Japanese, if any, if you know at this point? I mean, probably not. The only reason I'm putting as much time into Japanese is because of what it is that I'm wanting to do. If it was a language that I didn't have a lot of interest in watching, like, content from the country, I would probably spend a lot less time and just, learning, like how to speak and stuff. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. There's a Korean restaurant that's not too far from here. So, like, if I were to learn Korean, like, there is Korean media that I would watch. I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Korean, but I'm way more inclined to watch Japanese content. And so if I was learning Korean, I wouldn't spend as much time because my goal for Korean would be different. My goal for Korean wouldn't be, this is a language I want to consume 8-9 hours a day from podcasts and stuff like that. This is a language that I just want to speak to people in, so I wouldn't spend quite as much time because, again, my end goal is different. And it's not that I would spend less time, it's just that I would spend my time, I guess, in a different way. But I also think if my goal was to speak from where it wasn't understanding every single subtle little nuance I came across and just a general point, because I'm just trying to have a very general conversation occasionally, I wouldn't spend as much time. I don't imagine that there's a language I will spend as much time on as Japanese, because, and I know that I've gone through phases where I'm like, I don't watch content, and I'm like, but if I could, I would. Like, from where Japanese is something that I want to, and again, it's different because my goal isn't to necessarily speak Japanese, although I want to, but I very rarely would. Like I said, in my life, there's been like 4 times that I've ever had the ability to even use Japanese if I knew it. And yeah, it's I'm spending as much time on it because what I'm trying to do, I think, from where I'm trying to watch media, and you hear so much, like, you need to understand more of it, and that's why I'm spending as much time on it. So, as of right now, there's not really anything, because any other language that I think about wanting to learn is mainly for communication. Korean would be the weird example where I do like Korean media, just not as much as Japanese media. So Korean's kind of in a gray area, but like, yeah, like Chinese would be almost specifically for communication, because I could use it around here. Spanish, for the most part, would be for communication, although Spanish does come up a lot in American TV. And I'm trying to think of anything else, like maybe Russian. I wouldn't mind reading some Russian stuff, but even then, it's still a little bit different. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there would be another language as of right now. I mean, you never know, But yeah. How is kanji learning so far? How many kanji's words do you know? Have you finished the Joyo 2136 list? So kanji's going pretty well. I've pretty much stopped using RTK, and I just do stuff like this, where I'm literally just trying to memorize kanji for the different words. So I mean, it's going well, and I'm introducing stuff again slowly but surely, and I'm just kind of casually learning it instead of putting an effort on it. I'm kind of just learning it as my brain starts to unlock and understand it. So I don't know if people agree with that method or not, but it seems to be working for me. I can bounce into Link and read a bunch of stuff like in the mini stories that I've been exposed to a lot, and I kind of know what it is. Like I've stopped stressing kanji, and I'm just let the kanji kind of come to me kind of thing. As far as how many kanji's words do I know, it's hard to put a count on that. I know in Link I'm at like 1,200, but there's also a lot of words that... Why is English there? All right, I thought I was logged in. Hold on, let me look at my phone. There's a lot of words on there that that I know. It's just that I haven't come across within... I know 1222. I know 1,222 words on Link. Let me see if I can pull this. Boom. So, there's a lot of words that haven't come up on Link that I know. So I'm not sure what kind of a count on that. And I haven't finished the 2136 because there's still stuff that's introduced, daily that I haven't seen or that I don't know. Super agree with that comment on Duolingo. Anytime you can get reps in, even seeing kanji, that's reading practice. Yeah, and that's on, like, honestly, I think Duolingo is a better supplement for what I'm currently doing, and that is I already have a base in Japanese, and so now it's not necessarily the focus on it teaching me new words and trying to learn them in that, because all these words I know, but it is incredible reading practice for me. And yeah, that's the thing, like, oh man, this program sucks, blah, blah. Look, anytime you're getting a chance to read kanji with as difficult as it is, take that opportunity, man. And I think that it's been really, really helpful for me. Is there a huge community of Esperanto speakers? Yes. Is it easy to find speakers to practice with? Are there lots of books, movies, TV shows in this language? So, let's see, I've never heard of Esperanto until a couple of weeks ago. The Esperanto community is really huge if you can find them. There's a group on Facebook called Duolingo Esperanto Learners, and it is a pretty lively group. It's regular content in there, people talking in Esperanto. There's also English posts, so you wouldn't be completely lost. And the thing with Esperanto that makes it stand out versus other languages... for example, if I learn Spanish to a degree which I can go have a conversation in Spanish, but like if I go to this restaurant down here and there's a Mexican guy or wherever they're from, and I'm like, oh, hola, ¿cómo estás? Or whatever, right? Just simple thing. It's not really like a thing where they're like, oh, that's really cool that you're learning my language. I'll help you practice, because it's so common in America. There's still obviously way more people that don't speak Spanish than do, but it's still for the most part pretty common. And so it's not really this thing where it's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for learning my language, let me help you. It's kind of just like, oh, whatever. Now, obviously, like a language like Chinese, or even if you go to your local restaurant and say like ni hao or something, they'd probably be like, oh my God, that's crazy. Oh, that's super cool. But Esperanto, the thing is, the only reason that you would learn Esperanto is because you want to. There are, at this point, like a few thousand native speakers because it's become such a, huge thing. But if you're speaking to someone and they know Esperanto, they will absolutely speak with you because it's such a, niche thing. It's just such a niche little thing where... oh my gosh, you're learning this really cool, obscure language, we're automatically best friends. And every year they do a few get-togethers of Esperanto speakers. They do a thing called NASC, which the past several years has taken place in Raleigh, North Carolina. I went to it 2 years ago. I was only there for a day, but, and it's people who have never heard of Esperanto all the way up to absolute masters of the language all hanging out. And yeah, when I got there, it was nothing but Esperanto, and I had learned enough just from Duolingo. I hadn't finished the tree. Oh, no, I did. I had just finished the tree, actually. But I had learned enough from Duolingo to where I may not be able to always get my thoughts across, and there might be words that I would trip up on trying to produce. But I made it around all day completely in Esperanto with not like I understood everything. And so I mean it's pretty big in that regard. And because of the passion behind it. There are some bad seeds out there, but that's with every language. Are there lots of books, movies, and TV shows? So I don't know about TV shows, because I mean, from where it's not really a national language, like there's nowhere that would really produce that. Obviously, there are YouTube channels. There's a channel called Evil Dia that's, I don't know if he still makes content. There for a while, he was making regular content. I'm not sure if he still is, but he has a ton of videos in Esperanto. And then, like, he would do, like, vlogs in Esperanto and stuff. I have a few vlogs in Esperanto on this channel, and I also have another channel called Seabolt TV, where I've done 5 or 6 Esperanto vlogs. I think I actually have them in a playlist. So there's people who are creating content like that. Books, there are a few official books, like The Hobbit was done in Esperanto, because Tolkien was a huge, linguist. He loved languages and stuff. And if I'm not mistaken, I think C.S. Lewis may have done a few of the Chronicles of Narnia in Esperanto. I could be mistaken about that, but I think those might be as well. But there are a lot of fan translations out there. I know for a fact at least the first Harry Potter is in Esperanto. It's not like an official release, but you can kind of get to, like, you could probably muddy your way through it regardless. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of music. Specifically, there's a guy named Johnny M who does a lot of... Sorry, my wife just sent me a picture of a snowman my son built. Johnny M has released 2 Esperanto albums. And then there's other people. There's another YouTube channel called the Esperanto Variety Show that does the community's gotten way bigger since I've stopped doing a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot more content out. There's probably a lot of stuff because I haven't really even looked. I haven't tried to speak Esperanto. I've not participated in any groups or anything since it was 2018 when I went to NASC, and so it's been over 2 years now because that was in July of 2018. So anyway, hopefully that answers your question there. Hi, Seabolt, I'm literally writing my language goals for next year right now. Nice. That sounds super, super cool. I'm going to be doing that video on my channel very, very soon. So hopefully that will go pretty well. If you want more information about Esperanto, I did a stream on this channel with my buddy Kyle, who I actually met through Esperanto. He is originally from about 45 minutes away from me, and we met in a group, like in a Facebook group for Esperanto speakers. And we talk a lot about Esperanto and even some of the negatives of Esperanto in the community, and some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Some of the superiority complexes that people have, because there are some people who take it to a point of, I know better than you because I've been studying longer, and they'll argue that certain things should be said in certain ways, and this should be that, and I'm a superior speaker, you misprinted this, and there's definitely some people who have some bad vibes going on, but again, that's with every community. But me and Kyle go into that a little bit more. So, gambatte. I'm sorry, I just died choking. Gambatte ne. Gambatte. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. All right, so what are we doing here? Kyoushitsu.
教室
クラスに友達はいますか？
クラスに友達はいますか？ Do you have the friends in class? Weird sentence. Do you have... Oh, okay, yeah. Why did I put the? That makes sense. That definitely answers my question. Thanks. Cool, yeah. Definitely go check out some stuff in Esperanto. Even if you have no interest in it, like, it's really cool. It is, for the most part, it's a very, very cool... it's a pretty cool community. All right, we got Kawa...
川
Kawa...
教室
Shiri...
尻
Shojin...
主人来ます教科書を見せてください
Please show me the textbook.
教室はどこですか
Kyoushitsu wa doko desu ka? Where is the classroom?
教科書を見せてください教科書を見せてください
姉に写真を見せます。
姉に写真を見ます。I will show my I mean, it's not large, but alright, we're just gonna put sister a picture. Yeah, every time I see that, I mean, I know, like, that's what it's understood as, but that's
子供の写真を見せてください。
子供の写真を見せてください。Please show me a picture of your child.
日本語の授業はどこの教室ですか？
Where is the What is that?
日本語の授業はどこの教室ですか？
Where is the Japanese classroom? Where is the classroom for Japanese class? Weird. You should try Glossica. I've tried
メニュー
Glossica.
を見せてください
Glossica might be a little bit more beneficial now that I have a base in Japanese. But first it's a little too costly for me. I don't like how much it costs. But it might be something I'd dive back into as I'm trying to what's the word? As I'm trying to, I guess, sentence mine. I mean, because I guess that's really what it would be, and just take the actual sentences that would be mineable, so to speak. Please show me the menu.
誰が同じクラスですか
誰が同じクラスですか? Is
誰が
誰が
同じ
Oh yeah, who is in the same class? There we go. It's a
ク
little
ラス
weird.
に友達はいますか？
Okay. Do you have friends in class? There we go. Just got a little confused about that. But yeah, my biggest issue with Glossica as a beginner, which I know nobody said it was for like you had to be a beginner to use it, but it was the sheer randomness of sentences. And not really building on each other. But I guess that's not really Glossica's fault. Oh my god, dude. Glossica. Okay. Glossica. Hey man, hope you had a good Christmas. Glad to see you're still at it. Yeah, it was super good. And I am still working through, and we're getting there. Just taking it day by day and having fun. Glossica is such a ripoff, but it was perfect to learn Catalan. Congrats on your Japanese accent improvement. Oh, is my Japanese accent better? Hopefully that's a good thing. I appreciate that. Glossica isn't good for beginners. Yeah, for sure. I ran into some major issues when because, you know, when I came back into Japanese, it's not like I had learned that much, and it was pretty... Have you tried Closemaster? I have tried Closemaster. It's been a long time since I've used it. But, yeah. The weather is nice today. Kyou wa tenki ga ii desu yo. Well, that's actually a cool little set up there. A1 to C1, 68. I don't think 6,800 sentences would put you at a C1 in Japanese. That's just my. But anyway, start your free trial. Pricing. Yeah, it's still like $30 a month. $30. Holy smokes. Or you can do $24 if you pay for a whole year. Are you still doing SRS? Not really. That's like one of the things I need to get better at, and that's what I want to get a little bit more into sentence mining, because I want to study, like, this is what I talked to about Matt, is that I've always heard people talk about pre-made decks, but, like, man, pre-made decks are so hard for me to go through because there's no connection. There's no emotional connection. There's no, like, mental connection to these cards because they're just words on paper, as to where if I sentence mine, I have a specific exact attachment to that card because it was me, you know, watching a show or doing whatever. So I'm going to start mining my own sentences, and then I'll be using SRS a little bit more. But yeah, I've not been doing anything really with that because I don't do the Tango decks anymore, because there are a lot of words in the Tango decks that are absolutely incredible for if you're going to Japan. But there's also a lot of words that I still to this day have not really heard used in like any show that I've watched or anything like that. And so that's why I think it's better for me to stop repping Tango and all that stuff and just start literally learning what I'm watching. So hopefully we can make that happen. Anyway, Glossica. Let's see what kombini is, just to break up the monotony here. Fukuro. I'm glad you've seen the value of creating your own deck. Yeah, I definitely, like, it was just hard for me to get, you know, I don't know, just some different words down. Like, I don't know. It was just hard. So I find pre-made decks hard because some of them look pretty random, for sure. I can 100% agree with that. Fukuro. Snack.
Okashi.
Ofukuro. I mean, fukuro.
Fukuro.
このお菓子は少々甘いです。
このお菓子は Hold on, what is that?
このお菓子は少々甘いです。
Shosho, yeah. This snack is a bit sweet.
袋はいりますか？
袋は入りますか？ Do you... I'm trying to... 袋 Bag. Do you need a bag? 袋 Okay. And this is
いりますか？
80. Yeah, 80. Okay.
袋
Alright, so what are we doing here? Let's see. Seems like you know much more. Oh, yeah, my kanji. Well, that's the thing, like, oh my god, dude, I did hear about Brody Lee. Absolutely, and that is incredibly sad. Super, super sad. So, my kanji, once I stopped doing RTK, went a lot higher, so to speak, because I'm just learning as I read. Like, it's just one of those things, man, where I don't know what it was. It was like, honestly, I think I was putting too much emphasis on it.
歌詞
And I was just learning the actual literal meaning of a word instead of actually how to read it. I don't know. I don't know people learn, you know, different kanji different ways, but since I stopped kind of stressing about it, I mean, it's I don't know. It's helped so much more.
質問
I love pre-made decks for Vietnamese. I would probably love pre-made decks for Vietnamese as well, because Vietnamese is
質
way
定規
too hard.
お待ちください
Omachi kudasai. Please wait.
お入りください。
Ohairi kudasai. Please come in. Please give me your thoughts on the Migaku browser add-on.
袋を2枚買いました。
I really like me. I want to do a review on it. And when I start sentence mining a little more regularly, Migaku probably will be what I use. Or not probably. I mean, I have it, and I'll probably do kind of a more in-depth review. What I've seen so far, I really love. Absolutely. I just haven't used it enough to really be like, yes, this is absolutely the end-all, be-all. But there's a button on the Migaku, like as you update your cards, you re-import like your collection into the Migaku browser, and it tells you words that you know. And as you do that, it updates the browser, and there's actually literally a button that you can press that adds every +1 sentence to a deck. Like if you pull up a show, it'll tell you in this show there are 70 +1 sentences. All right, dryer. That'll go off again here in a second. And then it'll, you can import all of it, which I don't know if I would do that. I would probably still want to see them in context versus just rip them like that. But yeah. I think that RTK helped you to a certain point. I will 100% agree. But it was necessary for you to not stress over kanji at the beginning. Yeah, now I will say, RTK, if I were to start Japanese again from scratch, I would absolutely do RTK. If nothing else, if for no other reason, is to familiarize myself with the components of the radicals of these symbols and characters, because instead of it just looking like for example, down here, like this no longer looks like, that doesn't look like it's not just lines to me. And I'm not talking about the O, I'm talking about the kashi part. Like, I don't know, like I can't look at that and not see kashi. Like, so, and a lot of that comes from learning the symbols. I couldn't tell you what oh my God, dryer. Like, I don't know if I could tell you actually what those symbols mean individually anymore, but learning them through, I think the first symbol is something to do with food or like fruit or something. Like, I think that's something used in, is that used in kudomono? Hold on, let's see. Jisho, go to Jisho. Kudamono. That's a little bit different. Anyway, the point is, I can't look at that and not see kashi anymore. So regardless of I didn't know that symbol, like it's still like, I don't know, it's not seeing it as just random lines with no context at all. Like I kind of have picked up on the meaning of that. So show, right? Like this is small. And then I've also learned just if you have this little symbol after, it means repeat. So it's, or I don't know if it means that. This is what it means to me. So you just repeat this sound, show. Like there's also like tokidoki, I think is like that. And like there's a couple of other symbol like where it'll have this and it just lets you know what it is. And it's just, these aren't lines to me anymore. Like this doesn't look like just random scratch to me anymore. So yeah, and RTK helped like I said, if for nothing else, just introducing me to the characters and letting me know, I don't know, it just gave me like a more complex look at it and what the components are and what it means. So I definitely, yeah, RTK was a huge help. Could you show us how you would sentence mine, like how you would put sentences into your Anki deck? Yeah, so let me get into sentence mining a little bit, because I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, but that will probably change based on when I'm doing it. We'll see. Also, my OBS has a really hard time with recording my entire like display, and I would need that because there are many windows that go into that between the web browser for Netflix, Anki being open, and then having the Migaku dictionary open and having some different things. But I will absolutely show that once I get a little bit more into that process. Absolutely. What RTK helped me was to divide characters into parts easily. Now I see kanji clear as water, even if someone writes them poorly. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah, for sure. There was another form, and you were right. It is that kanji. Oh, was there? Jisho.org. Why can I not type Jisho? Oh my lord, dude. Jisho. Kudamono. Well, if I could type it right. Mono. Oh my god. I'm struggling here. Kudamono. Oh my god. Hold on. Last one. Kudamono. Ah, yeah, other form. Yep. Kudamono. Good call. Kudamono. So what is this? This has got to be like something to do with food because this is thing. So it's like food thing maybe? Let me see what. Mono is thing. Let me see. I don't want to know the whole word. Can I just do. No. Counter for fruit. Or fruit. Yeah, so fruit thing. Okay. Interesting. Nice. But yeah, no, I RTK is absolutely more help. Like, I think the thing is, you go into it thinking it's going to be helpful for one thing, and it actually was helpful for something that I didn't know that I was helping myself with, if that makes sense. All right, what was this guy saying here?
袋を2枚買いました。袋を2枚買いました。
Oh.
買い。枚。
Oh.
2枚。袋を2枚買いました。ました？
That took me a minute. All right, so
袋。尻。歌詞。2本。答え。袋はいりません。
袋はいりません。I need a bag. Oh, いりません. Alright, yeah, I got ahead of myself there. お待ちください。少々お待ちください. I wish there was audio there.
この本は少々高いです。
この本、I'll say this book is a bit expensive.
袋を2枚買いました。
I bought 2 bags. What is the word there?
袋を2枚買いました。
2枚。Yeah.
2枚。
少々お待ちください。
少々お待ちください. Please wait a moment.
お菓子を買いました。
お菓子を買いました。I bought snacks.
袋はいりません。
袋はいりません。I do not need a bag. Oh man. But yeah, I love some Japanese, man. Like, that's the thing, like, I don't know, dude, like, I've always loved Japanese, but, like, I think the way that I'm studying it and going about it and just submersing in the content and all that stuff, like, it's made me love Japanese more than I even thought was possible to love Japanese, and that's coming from someone who thought he loved Japanese as much as he possibly could. Like, it's really, really weird. It's really weird, but I love some Japanese. I love learning about it, and I love doing. I've come to where I love doing the occasional Duolingo, because going in and seeing these characters that are, I don't know, man. It just, seeing stuff that I can read, I don't know. It's just so rewarding to me. Like, I do wish the audio was better. There are obviously complaints about Duolingo that I highly agree with, but honestly, for where I'm at in Japanese, I think it's absolutely incredible. What are your thoughts on Japanese visual novels? I've never used them. I know Steam has a bunch, but I've never actually looked into them. So maybe as I progress and get a little bit better, it would be like I would get a little bit more into it. It's something that I would like to get into, because I think it would help, like, the pictures with the words and stuff. Because I also know that it's more so interactive versus, say, like bilingual manga, right? Like, they're moving pictures, right? Japanese visual novels. Anyway, like, I think they move. I don't want to play a video on here because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But yeah, so it's something I want. Honestly, I'll probably look into sooner than later. It'll probably be within the next few months that I will look into those. Can we hear some of your Japanese then? I mean, I don't really speak a lot. I can recognize a lot, but I've not really practiced a lot of speaking. I can't. There's not really a lot that, because like the thing is it's hard to say stuff like I don't know what to talk. Like it's hard to just kind of talk to yourself about stuff when you don't know a whole lot. I mean, I don't know. Nihongo benkyou shimasu. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, Wanya. What do you think about Migaku browser extension? I like it. It's something I need to spend a little bit more time with before I give a full evaluation of, but it appears to be very, very useful. So, and it's something like as I start working with sentence mining, it's going to be, like I said, I like that like it was kind of overwhelming at first, but as you kind of settle in a little bit, like it'll actually even underline words that you haven't seen before or that you've seen, like, so it'll kind of lay it out. So you're not actually like, it kind of takes a little bit of the trouble of looking for like +1 sentences out, which it was a little overwhelming at first, but just trying to mess with it a little bit, it's helped a little bit. So, I mean, I think it's good. I need to spend more time with it. How's it going, dude? It's been a while since I caught your stream. What's up, Cloudy? I hope everything is well, man. Are you still back on your Korean and stuff, man? What is going on? Welcome to the stream. We're just hanging out, chatting a little bit. Not much going on. What was that? Oh, wrestling things. Yeah, I would like to get into some Japanese visual novels, though, man. I wonder. I don't even know if I have Steam on this computer. This computer sucks so bad I probably couldn't even run a visual novel if I wanted to. But I like the idea of bilingual manga. Like I like the idea of this page, but I still struggle with it a little bit. Let's see. All right, here's Shirokuma Cafe. Things are good. Yeah, I'm hitting it hard. Starting to read a lot. Just started Goosebumps in Korean. Nice. That sounds super, super awesome. Shirokuma Cafe. Irashaimase. Okay. Baka. Does this one switch? It does. Aloha Higa. Higa. Aroha. Okay. Polar Bears Cafe. Organic food or drinks. Are you planning on doing reading Japanese stream? Yeah, I probably will in the future. I probably will. I still need to improve is the biggest issue. I mean, I'm still not good in Japanese, and I still struggle with a lot of stuff. Panda-kun. Shirokuma Cafe no Shonen Kyoku Chiyoto. I also struggle sometimes with whether or not these are small or big. Chiyoto. Nindoku da Kusagaria. Yeah. So, I mean, just that first sentence alone definitely tripped me up a bit. So, it's a cool site, but there's still a lot of struggle. That's weird that the menus and this is such a cool concept. Translated version hidden by the original version. Yeah, this site rules. This site is really, really freaking good. Maki-san, are you reading enough? No. And that's the other thing is I would like to get to going through a chapter a day, even if I don't understand what's going on, just for the practice of getting my reading. I do read subtitles while watching TV, but I definitely do need to do just actual reading as well, for sure. That's so cool. Yeah, this site rocks. This site's really, really cool. Shirokuma Cafe. No. Oh my god. I guess, can I make the website? Boom. There we go. Oh, it took the translate thing away. Why did it do that? Still did. Interesting. Shirokuma Cafe is my jam. That and My Love Story are 100% comprehension goals. I'm at maybe 90ish at the moment. Keep grinding. Yeah, I would like to spend a little more. Honestly, reading streams would probably be a little bit hard because if I'm I would like to, like, it's not like doing these Duolingo lessons just for the sake of having something up in the background where I can just casually, oh, look at this, look at that, and then be on my way. Like, I'll read a sentence and be fine. Like this, I would want to spend a lot more like time and effort on. Regular customer at the cafe, Mr. Ping. Okay. Who tends to act before thinking. Okay, that's just introducing the characters. Got it. Shirokuma Cafe. What is this here? Polar Bears Cafe. Gotcha. Anyway, but yeah, bilingual manga rules, and they have a whole bunch of stuff on here, like so much, so much stuff. Yotsuba. The trick is to imagine a horizontal line on top of the big kana. All big hiragana touch that line. All the little ones do not. I don't know about katakana. Gotcha. That makes a little more sense. Like, I know, like reading regular texts, I'm fine, but I feel like a lot of times in like manga and stuff, just the way that it's written, I feel like sometimes it's a little hard to. Which obviously, as I learn vocabulary, wouldn't be as big a issue because I would be like, oh, yotsuto is not a word, yoto, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like as I would learn vocabulary, it'd probably be a little more helpful. But I wonder if steam powered. I don't. Hopefully, you don't have to sign in to look up stuff. But all right. Japanese visual. I don't want visual novel maker, although that is pretty cool. Let's see. There we go. Learn Japanese to Survive trilogy. One game I do want to play. Hold on, I just want to click on. All right, let's click on that one just for the sake of it. One game I do want to play that I don't know if they've ever released is Koi. Is it out yet? Nope. Dude, this game has been in freaking like a beta for like 20 years. Like, go look up some like stuff on this. This game looks really, really cool. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, no audio's playing, so. Okay, yeah, the pictures move. That's what I was trying to check. I don't want to show a lot of that because, again, I don't want to get like a weird copyright strike. But, okay. Cool. My lord. Yeah, I don't even think my computer could run this. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Whoa, that moved over. What did that move over? What is happening? What? Oh, it's because I made it. Okay, I think I got. Let's bring this back here, maybe. All right. Not that it's that big of a deal. Anyway. More events. Dictionary word. Oh, does this tell you what your word count is? 888 Japanese words. Nice. Ryugakse. I know that word. Have you seen the expression Amarito on Steam? It's a V in Esperanto. I have not, actually. That sounds really interesting. Have you experienced something like you stop watching stuff in the halfway because you find it boring, challenging? I felt quite bad about quitting. let me see. Yes, and it's something I used to feel bad about. Like, I'll give you an example. This is a little bit more recent of an example. It doesn't have to do with Japanese, but I was reading a book called Max in the Multiverse. And I got about halfway through, and I was just like, I hated the guy's writing style. And so I just quit. I used to feel bad about that because I was like, man, I've invested time and I want to see it through. But, I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Don't waste your time on it. And if you don't like it, you're not going to remember stuff from it anyway. So I'm trying to think. I feel like something in Japanese happened like that. But I can't think of what. There was something that I started in Japanese, and then I was kind of just like, this is okay. But okay. And I think maybe it's because I didn't understand that much. But I thought Terrace House was okay. I didn't think Terrace House was this end-all, be-all, like, super-duper awesome, greatest show that's ever existed thing. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't really care. And I was expecting to love it because, like, Big Brother in America is one of my favorite shows, like, ever. I love Big Brother, but it's not quite like that. But yeah, so I watched, like, this new season of Terrace House. I might go back and try now that I have a little bit more familiarity with Japanese. But I would watch it, and I don't know. I just didn't... Like, the first couple of episodes were cool. I think if it was a shorter show, I would have liked it more. The sunk cost fallacy is such an heel of my Japanese studies. Any ideas to help alleviate the emotional pain? I don't even know what that means. What is the sunk cost fallacy? I'm going to Google that. Sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost failure when the continued behavior of endeavor is a result of previously invested resources, time, or money. Okay. Such an Achilles heel on my job. Yeah, so I mean, there's not really. I don't really know. I would just say. I mean, you have to look at it like whether you spent money on it or whether you whatever. Like, it's going to be more of a hindrance to continue pushing yourself through something you hate. So just look at it as you're investing into your actual, like, Japanese, like, so you spent, let's say you spent money on it and you're like, oh man, I really need to watch this because I invested in it, but your ultimate goal is to invest in your Japanese. So if it's boring, you're actually doing a disservice to your Japanese, and it's more of an investment to move on to something else. Like Kat said, if it's boring, then switch to something else. Absolutely. I don't enjoy Terrace House either, but I love Ainori. I'll have to check that out. Let me go. I've added a bunch of stuff to my Netflix lately. Let me go add that. Who's watching me? Ainori. What is this? Is this Japanese? What is Alice in Borderland? More info. Whoa. Alright, this is Japanese. What is this? This looks really cool. Has anybody watched Alice in Borderland? I'm going to add that to my... Okay, I didn't mean to play. Let's back up. No copyright strikes here. Add to my list. Alright, that seems cool. Or maybe, is that something I've recently added? Why is my list so short? I've added a bunch of stuff. What? Alright, Netflix is not saving my list. Because I added a bunch of shows to my list last week, and it is now... Let me make sure I didn't add it to my, like, main account. Which not that's the big of a deal if I did. My list. Midnight Tokyo Diner, Dark Tourist. Oh my god, I got so much things on here. Yeah, nope. Okay, well, all those shows that I added from last week's stream are... Please stop. Oh my god, stop playing. I hate Netflix so bad with the just autoplay stuff. Alright, let me look up Ainori. I don't see that at all on here. Have you seen Seven Seeds? It's a sci-fi anime kind of like dystopia. It's Netflix original and it's good. I have not. Seven Seeds. Seven Seeds. Seven Seeds. I'm going to add it to my list and hopefully it'll stay. Okay, it's on there now. I don't understand why things are erasing here. It's pretty frustrating though. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to check some of those out. Where am I at? Here we go. All right, cool. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and listen to, like, while I'm at work tomorrow, I'm gonna listen to last week's stream to see what those shows that were recommended, because they're just not in my playlist, and I don't understand why at all. Oh well. All right. What do we got here? We're almost at an hour and a half, so we'll chat for just another bit, and then I will probably jump off here and figure something out. I might go right into recording my. Like I said, I'm gonna do my year-end goals. I tweeted yesterday, I think. Yeah. And I posted on my Instagram about it. But if there's anything that you specifically would like to see me talk about in my 2021 goals video, like I had a bunch of people ask for like general like health goals as well, like so I'm going to put that in there. But if there's anything that you can think of that I may not specifically mention, or something else you would like to hear about within my 2021 goals, let me know. Specifically, either send me like a message on Twitter, or you can go find that post and post it, or post it on Instagram. Or if you don't have it, I mean, just you can post it here and I'll try to make a list. But because you know how I'm not a big note guy. I don't do a whole bunch of stuff like that. And if I can get more ideas of what you all want to see, and I'll put that in the video. So like more kind of, because I mean, obviously outside of like the language I'm studying, which I mean, it will be Japanese, but there is another, I have another thing that I'm going to be touching on, but I'll explain more in the video and the reasons why, and like resources and stuff like that and what I'm going to be doing. But if you have anything else, let me know and I'll try to implement those as well. When learning a language that involves a completely different alphabet writing system from your native, is it a bad idea to learn only focus on listening comprehension and speaking skills? I don't think so. I think it depends on your goals. I know, I mean, not personally, but I've seen tons of people who have learned Chinese, for example, to a very high level of speaking, but can't really read it or write it. So I think it just depends on your goals. The reason I'm spending so much time on the Japanese writing system is because, again, my goal is to be able to understand Japanese content. My Instagram is Seabolt Speaks. It's what am I talking about? Just being your goals, like something like. If your goal is to speak, like, for example, if I learn, like I said, if I learn Korean because I want to speak to the people down the road, like, there's a chance that I would do Pimsleur or something like that in order to get to where I could be speaking and then maybe learn the script a little bit later. But I think it just depends on what your overall goals are. I'm thinking about learning Russian to fluency in terms of speaking and listening, and then learn to read and write after. Whatever works for you. I don't think there's a problem with that. What are your thoughts on learning two languages from scratch at the same time? I don't know. I've never done it. I've tried to learn two languages at the same time, but like as far as being a total beginner at something, I don't know if I've really jumped into it. And if I have, I've never had success. But a lot of that has to do with my own mentality and not knowing how to split stuff up, and having two really poor study methods probably at the same time. I know people have done it. I know people say not to do it, but I think, again, it just depends on what your own goals are. So I think I think if you have two languages that you have the same goal in, it might be a little bit difficult. For example, I think that like if you were wanting to learn Japanese and Korean at the same time, and your goal for both of them was to understand the material, I think that could get a little bit muddy. because you're going to have to divvy up your time of immersion and stuff, as to where if you wanted to learn Japanese because you wanted to watch their content, and then you wanted to learn, say, Vietnamese because you wanted to speak to people, you could split those up a little bit easier, because if you're trying to speak, maybe you could just do, like I said, do a Pimsleur a day or something of that nature, and then spend the rest of your time on the language that you're wanting to immerse in and stuff. So, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know how. But also, like, for example, if I had something this year for speaking purposes, it's going to be different because I have a base in Japanese, so it's not completely starting from scratch. It's just an alphabet, and it's very phonetic. Oh, reading Russian isn't difficult. Yeah, Russian is a very easy alphabet to learn, and it speeds up the process a huge amount. Yeah, Russian. So if you're learning something like that, I would highly recommend learning the alphabet because you can do it very, very quickly. Russian, Greek, anything that has like just a kind of different alphabet, not a problem at all. Like, there's a big difference in learning hiragana and learning Cyrillic. Definitely, you could knock that out easily in probably a day or two. When I dabbled in Russian for a bit, I could read the alphabet within a day or so. Like, it's not very tough at all. It's just an alphabet, and it's very phonetic. So there are silent letters and double letters. Yeah. It's. I would definitely recommend learning the Russian alphabet because it's pretty easy. Let me see. All right, cool. So anyway, if you have any final questions, feel free to send them. I am going to start wrapping up the stream in just a sec because my wife will be home here in just a few minutes. Oh, I thought I muted that. I did not. I don't really care. But anyway. So yeah, if you have any final questions or anything, feel free to let me know. But yeah, there's a big difference in learning, like I said. And even then, there's a difference in learning Chinese as a written language and hiragana or something of that nature. So same thing with kanji. I mean, Japanese has multiple different reading levels in its own alphabet. So why do you that app? I don't know. What is it? After Japanese, what languages do you want to learn? I don't know. I've kind of... I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to learn. And I think it just depends on the purpose. Like I said, I think anything that I learn after... I think one of my... anything after Japanese is probably going to be for communication based only, not for the sake of actually completely indulging. I mean, who knows? You never know. I might find a culture that I'm absolutely enriched with, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever, and I want to just immerse all the time and all that stuff. But it'll probably be a while before I find something like that in Japanese. So I think anything that I study kind of within the next year, along with Japanese, it'll be for a different purpose. It'll be for the sake of communication. Just speaking, not necessarily watching material in the language or anything like that. So, languages that come to mind specifically are Mandarin Chinese, Vietnamese. Those are probably the two big ones right now, honestly. Will one of your goals next year be to become more Anki literate? Maybe. I mean, I really do need to learn a little bit more about it, but, we'll see. Have you tried speaking Japanese only for a set period of time? For example, using VR chat for a few hours. It might not be useful, but it's definitely very fun no matter what level you are. No, but it's something that I would try just to see what I could do. Just literally drop into a VR chat, see what's up, and see how much I could, see how much I could understand and stuff. So it's definitely something that I feel like that would be fun. Should I learn about Russian cases up front? No. or should I passively learn cases from exposure and lots of reading and listening to Russian content? Yes. Go look at Language Come Up on YouTube. His name is Mark. He made a video about studying Russian for 1.5 years, and he has not studied grammar, but he understands a lot of it from picking it up. So, I mean, it's just, the thing is, you can, if you like grammar, go for it. I just think that the cases can be a little overwhelming and may steer you away from learning an incredible language. You said you want to go to China. Why not go to Taiwan? I'm not opposed to going to Taiwan at all. And as I kind of just group China as a whole, it's something that if I were to travel there, I mean, I would start kind of figuring it out. And if I go to mainland China, I probably would also visit Taiwan while I was over there. So it kind of, it just depends on the situation at the time. It's just, I'm definitely not opposed to going to Taiwan. I know Luke Truman was in Taiwan for a while and he liked it, and I know several people who have been to Taiwan, so I know Xiaoma, I think, has done a video in Taiwan, so yeah. But Taiwan is China. Yeah, and like I said, if it came down to it and I was going to China, like, I would probably sit down and be like, all right, cool, what is the best thing to do? Where's the best thing to go? Or where's the best place to stay and whatnot, so. All right, I am going to start wrapping this stream up. Thanks, everybody. It's been an incredible year. I appreciate everybody's support and everything. Like, it's been one of the craziest years, I think, that I've ever been, especially as a YouTuber. Like, I've never had quite the response that I've had from a year in languages as I have in 2020. And so it's been a pretty crazy year, but I'm going to end this stream. Thank you all for watching. My 2021 goals video should go up. I mean, I'm not going to set a time, but within the next couple of days leading up to the 1st, and we will kind of see what is going on. 2020 was, for a YouTube channel, a great year. Learned a lot about languages, learned a lot about learning languages. Made progress that I've never seen before, just based on sticking with something. And even if I dabbled here or there, I never strayed away from Japanese. It's been an incredible year. And yeah, I'm anxious for 2021, and I hope that you all enjoy what I have in store, because I've got some stuff set up, hopefully, pending COVID, I guess, but which I'm not going to go into a lot of that stuff, but working with people and trying to take this to the next level and kind of see what happens. So thanks, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. And like I said, the interviews will be coming back at least within the first week of January. Just kind of getting through the end of this year and then kind of getting started back up. Maybe it'll be like season 2 or something like that. And yeah, that is it. So thank you all for everything. And thanks, Cloudy. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks, everybody, for the support, and hey, I will see you all in the near future. Everybody have a good day. Have a good rest of your weekend, or wherever you're at. I guess if you're in somewhere in Asia, it can be 1 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, have a great rest of everything. Have a great rest of 2020, and I will see you all very, very soon.